Welcome welcome all to the Snail Trail 4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic the splines are when they disappear from Toyotas, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler, and joining me for another episode of Snail Trail 4x4 podcast, Jimmy, that guy.
What up?
How you doing, man?
Good. I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
Yeah,
how are you?
I'm doing pretty well. When I look over this way, I'm reminded that there's something behind us now.
Yes.
Behind me to your side.
Yeah, I know. We've been doing a little bit of work here in the Snail Trail studio.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're watching this on the YouTubers, we've put the TV up.
Mm-hmm.
We added the other 2x4 that we kind of needed
the
in there,
one.
support one. And then I cut out the plywood to kind of fit around the TV.
Yeah, I think that was kind of the I don't want to say the hard part, the most time consuming part. The rest of it's going to go pretty quick. So we actually have a short day of recording today.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get the wall done afterwards?
I was planning on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
With some family not family background, but the assistants, who's a teacher, her district or her union is going on strike, and they're literally striking at the district office today.
Oh,
which is not far from the recording studio.
Oh,
and I think it starts around 4:35 ish. So I was planning on just staying. I brought the extra shop key, and I was planning on staying here for a while and not driving more or less a half an hour home to drive almost a half an hour back here.
Okay,
I'm just gonna leave from here to go there. So I was planning on staying and buttoning up the wall as much as I could.
Oh, cool.
Today.
Yeah, we'll work on that today then. I was going to go home and put my sway bar arm back together, but I'd rather get the wall done here. So
the next sort of question, and maybe we'll talk about it off air while we're doing the work, is how do we want to cover this with something before we put license plates on? How do we want to adhere the license plates?
Yep.
Do we want to paint this? Do we want to put some fabric up or what?
Yeah. I think paint it. I like the just having a plain, like a black wall. That way it's just a nice dark contrast to the TV that's going to be on it and the license plates that'll be on it and spread out.
Our white faces.
And our white faces. So we don't get,
We're just not allowed to wear black shirts then anymore.
That would disappear. It's like a green screen.
Well, we have a ton of license plates.
We do.
We have a lot of listeners have sent in license plates throughout the month. One or two listeners have sent us individually a lot of license plates.
Yep.
I really don't think we're going to have a hard time covering this wall.
I don't think so either.
And so I do think we should paint it so that if you do see through it, that you don't see wood.
Yep.
But I do think that at some point we're going to have so many license plates up here that it's not going to matter if we wear a black shirt because we're going to be license plates behind us.
Yep. Unless we set up one little section of just black license plates.
Yeah.
On Jimmy's side, since it's the black side of the studio.
Sure.
You guys like how I did that? Mm-hmm. I don't know how many people know that joke, but that way you can just disappear on your black side of the studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is, I guess, start of step one for the revamp of the studio. We do have some plans for how we sit in the studio, changing that up. We're going to do more of some media stuff involved. We have a TV on this side. We're going to add a monitor on the opposite side so that we don't have to turn around and look at one TV. We can look across the room at the other one see what's going on. We're going to change this up quite a bit. Yep. So it's exciting. I'm excited to see how YouTube will perform after this.
Yeah.
Right now we occasionally get up to 100 views on the YouTube channel, and I'm kind of like, man, is this worth it? And
95 of those views are bots.
Maybe. So, yeah. So yeah, we'll end up seeing. That all said, it was funny. Did you happen to read the article that Chris sent out now probably a few weeks about how podcasting and YouTube is not that important? Well, let me rephrase that. How YouTube is not that important to podcasting.
I did not read that article. No.
Yeah. It was interesting. More or less, it said if you're in the top 5% of podcasts, like total, then you should have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, having a YouTube channel isn't that important.
Yeah. I would agree. I mean, I kind of think of it. I think of myself as the stereotypical podcast listener. I don't listen to a bunch of podcasts. I'm not in love with podcasts. I'm not a huge podcast fanatic, but there are a few podcasts that I will listen to when I've got spare time driving around.
Sure.
Right. Which means I'm not watching podcasts on YouTube. I'm not watching videos on YouTube. So, I think that bodes correctly. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. And it was interesting to do the podcast this last Mondays with our friends Devos because we were recording all remotely and it didn't lay out as easily as I had expected. So it was just kind of it was tough, mainly because there was 2 people on one side and 2 people on the other. And when it did the zoom in feature, it was a void of shoulders.
Oh, in the center?
Yeah, in the center. And so
it didn't zoom in on each video feed?
Well, it zoomed in on the video feed, but Spencer and Rich were sitting apart from each other. So when it went to this individual, and then it showed if it showed you and I in the widescreen and the one individual on the other side, that individual was not there. It was space between them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there. Which is a learning curve for us.
Yeah.
But we just need to figure it out. So I had to go in and kind of tweak things a little differently on a bunch of that.
Interesting. Okay. I thought that when we had did that recording and set it up to record the video, which we don't really ever do on the remote interviews, I had set it so that the 2 screens were side by side. The 2 video feeds were side by side. So I thought that that's how it would have recorded and displayed them in the final product. But I guess it did more of a picture in picture.
Yeah, it was doing kind of picture in picture and switching to some extent. And actually what I ended up doing was I pulled each individual video feed out and then went through my normal video editing process. So it just switched mainly when we record it switches between you and I, but this one was switching between us and them.
Yep.
And so it worked out, but it just was a little bit more of a process, but we'll have to figure that out in the future. And I don't know if we can display them here and watch them there and record all of us.
That'd be interesting.
Or if it's going to be this weird loop. Yeah. So it'll be fun. I'm enjoying this process. I think this is really cool. I think it'll be interesting to see how things happen. There's a lot of times that when we're talking about things that it'd be fun to show it.
Yeah.
Cause if I did some, let's say, we can kind of a little foreshadowing here. I did work on Bobcat. I can tell you about a problem I had with putting Bobcat together. I could show you the problem on the TV instead of just discussing it. Yeah. And for those that are watching, they could see the picture as well.
So Mike and Max did that. Okay. They did that a lot where they were doing picture in picture stuff for the videos.
Yeah.
And it always bugged me being a listener.
Yes.
Because everything it wasn't like an additive to
the podcast.
Right. It was a YouTube show that was being turned into also a podcast audio recording. Right.
Well,
and so everything was really based on showing things. And I was like, this isn't worth it for me to listen to.
Yeah. We just have to make a mental note. And this is sort of us literally talking about it on air with you guys. Yep. But we just had to make a mental note that we are a podcast that's doing video. Yeah. And we have to talk about what we're pointing at or what we're showing. And we can't be like, look here, you see this? Yeah. This is really bad. Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally agree. That is bad. Where you could be like, yeah. So what actually happened with your splines? Yeah. You could tell us and show us and stuff. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, studio's coming together. Cool. I think it'll be a fun process and a fun trial to see how things go, to see if it's worth it. I think that there's a few podcasts that are waiting for us to finish this to see if it's worth it. Yeah. How it's worth it for them, which is kind of funny. Because I have had a few people kind of reach out to me and discuss kind of what we're doing. But it's going to be fun. Let's see. Besides the studio changing, we had a fun interview for Monday with our good friends over at Devos, who are our gift box vendors, gift box
the gift box partners this month. Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing, special note about what is happening on the back end. Let's see. They underestimated how many 800s they had in stock. So they were able to fulfill everybody's order with the exception of 10 people.
Okay.
So if you have not got your Devos yet, they received stock yesterday. Well, excuse me, on Monday they received stock, and I got email confirmation that they had shipped out all the additional 10 on Monday as well. So they prioritized those people that have not received there. So if you have not received it, you are probably going to receive it this week, if not have received it already.
Yeah.
So it's coming. We didn't forget about you. You're still included. If you do have questions, though, feel free to email me. I will double check everything, make sure that you are included, that I did give them your address, and just to make sure that we're all right. Don't wait to the bitter end and then be like, hey, what happened? So that's that's what's going on. I did have a few people reach out and saying like, where's my gift box? You guys are talking about it where I haven't got it yet. So that's what's happening there. But big thank you to Devos for being working with us and being our partner this month for the gift boxes. We hope you all enjoy the Light Ranger 800. We think it's a fantastic addition to the light setups out there. I know a lot of our listeners already have the Light Rangers, like 1500 and 2000s. And we think this 800 is going to be a fun twist to that because it's just compact and small, and you can use it like on your dining room tables or your cooking areas. You don't have to blast everybody out with all the other stuff.
Yep.
So yeah.
I want to blast everybody out with the 15,000s.
Yeah, I know you do. That would be rad to just have one of those for the day you break down.
Yeah.
And you're like, boom.
Like what we did in Moab when I broke my leaf springs.
Exactly.
Just
if we had your 15,000 right there, and it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So gift boxes are going out. Gift boxes have gone out. If you want to get into the gift box tier, now is the time, because at the end of the month, just before Austin at Outright 4x4 goes trick-or-treating, that gift box tier is closing down, and you have to wait for another 6 months to get into the gift box tier. So now is your chance to get in. If you want to get a gift from us in April, you have to sign up now, and you have to stay in the gift box tier for those 6 months to get a gift from us. So
I will say, next gift box in April, it's going to be Tyler's month. We're getting Joe from Carnage Welder to get everybody Carnage Welders.
You want to say that now?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Joe, you have to pull through. You told me, man, you got to pull through with that now.
Yeah. By the way, April,
I never said shit about that.
Yeah. April has a big April Fool's in it, apparently. So if you want to get a gift box from us, sign up on iRate 4x4. Go down to the watch, listen, and discuss section. Click on Snail Trail 4x4, and all the sign up options are there. If you are going to change tiers in any way, feel free to do any moving that you want, make any movements that you feel that is necessary for your life. We understand that, we're not a benefit. What's the kind of word I'm looking for? We're a privilege.
A privilege, disposable income.
We're some of your disposable income, and we appreciate any funds that you would toss our way, and so that we can continue this, and any funds like building a wall and getting the TVs and setting up the electrical and all that, is funds that we're using from you guys. But if life kicks you in the ass, feel like cancel. That's totally fine.
Yep.
We're not holding grudges whatsoever. James Oakley. Just kidding, bud. Just kidding, buddy. Still love you. Let's see. So if you are going to move tiers, though, you have to cancel on your PayPal account. You have to go log into your PayPal and go to your subscriptions tab or area and do any of the canceling there. Switching tiers on iRate just adds another tier. So you have to go over to your PayPal to cancel the tier that you want to get out of.
Yep. Cool. Reminder. So that's kind of the gift box stuff. Reminder that October 25th, which
yes,
there's still a couple more days after this episode airs, to go over and leave public comment about Gemini Bridges and Labyrinth Rims in Moab, which is one of the stories we've been following kind of since it became a pivotal issue. It's been ongoing for over a decade, but it came to a head, I want to say 2022 or 2023, and we've been kind of reporting on it, covering it since then. We have a really very unique opportunity to fight back and get our trails back.
Yes.
So we got to go and leave public comment on the Labyrinth Rim and Gemini Bridges area. Cause it's the way that they shut everything down was just wrong. It wasn't the right way to do it. Like if they want to lessen the amount of trails in there, A, I don't think they should, but B, they shut down trails that just makes no sense to shut down and kept others open that it's like, why would you keep that one open? Like, it seemed like there was no rationale behind what trails actually got closed. So if they want to do it, they need to do it right. I still don't think they should do it, but they did it wrong to begin with. So that's what's up in the air at the moment. Go leave public comment at Blue Ribbon Coalition's Action Alert page, which the specific one for the Labyrinth Rim Gemini Bridges area is in the show notes. So you only have a couple more days to do it. Make sure everybody goes over and does it just right now. Pause the podcast. Go do it. It takes less than 5 minutes. So,
right.
Good. What else do we got?
Giveaway this month is with Devos.
Yep.
And our gift boxes. We're giving away 2 gift boxes. We're giving away one gift box to 2 lucky individuals.
There you go.
I always say it backwards.
Yeah.
So 2 people are going to be receiving a gift box from us of the Light Ranger 800. So super excited to give those away. Thanks, Devos, for working with us and everything that we have going on this month and giving those away. And we did allude to it at the beginning of this month. Tyler said it. You're not going to be upset if you get 2 of these.
Yes, exactly.
You're going to actually enjoy it because now you can light up more of the night. See the night. Isn't that their slogan?
Yep. Party mode. So we need to get back and do some proof syrup gift boxes again.
Okay.
Just because I'm starting to run out.
I ran out of my whiskey sour the other day.
Oh no.
You know, and a fun fact, I looked at the whiskey sour one because I poured it out and I was empty. So I was looking at the bottle. I guess it's supposed to be refrigerated after opening.
Oh, really?
Whoops. Didn't do that for a year or so.
None of mine are refrigerated.
No. I don't know how many of them are, but the thing is that they're like the old fashions have sugar in them.
Yeah.
So it probably should be refrigerated because it could fester and get moldy. Ferment. Maybe. I don't know about ferment, but no, because there's probably no yeast in it. It's just sugary, so it'll mold pretty easily. But they didn't. I haven't had them mold.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm not looking inside of them to worry about if they're moldy.
I haven't noticed any mold come out when I pour them.
Yeah, exactly. And they still taste fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of funny. But maybe we could do a group buy with them or something because I do want more, and the holidays are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the assistant wouldn't mind getting a few more in there.
Yeah.
Because we are almost out of the Sazerac and we finished the whiskey sour. And I think we only have a big bottle, a little bit of a big bottle of orange old fashioned left.
Mm.
So sort of a bummer. And I do that. They make so many different types now, which is really cool. Proof, hit us up. We love to continue to work with you.
Yeah. If you guys want to sponsor the podcast, we're all about it. Yeah. Just FYI.
I did have, when we did the whiskey gift box, I had a lot of people reach out and say that was really cool, but I did have 1 or 2 people say, I don't drink.
Bummer.
Like,
that makes sense.
Give it to a friend.
Yeah.
Apologies. Yeah. So let's see. Anything else? Let's see. Reviews. You can always leave a review on Apple Podcast. Maybe one day we'll read reviews off of Spotify or anything else. But if you leave us a review on Apple Podcast, you automatically get entered for some of the giveaways that we do. Our next giveaway is at, what is it? It's 800.
800.
Thanks for reminding me. 800.
That's what I'm here for.
And we're giving away an elite membership for Onyx Off-Road. And that's just a tax on to your current subscription, or you just get an automatic 1-year subscription with Onyx Off-Road, which is a company we love and we've been using for quite a while now, and we're super happy with.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll be talking to them soon. I did send them an email the other day to have them on the podcast to do some discussions.
Yep.
So let's see. So we've got 800 reviews coming up. When we get to 850 reviews, we're going to give away another Onyx Elite membership. And when we get to 900 reviews, we're giving away upwards of $1,000 worth of product from Moreflate.
Woo!
Thanks, Morphlate.
Anytime. That's what we're
Yeah.
here for.
So has the new stuff came in yet? I know that we're kind of like beginning of November or something new might happen.
Yep. So the new stuff has cleared customs.
Ooh, okay.
And
which means it's not far.
So we had 3 containers in customs all at the same time. It's crazy to me that we're shipping stuff in containers now. But we had 3 containers in customs at the same time. And I got notice that the new stuff had cleared last week, and that I thought it was being, and then we got another notice saying we were getting a delivery today.
Oh,
so I was like, the new stuff's coming in today. So we've been like getting all the product images done last week, working on all that. And I got to still make the product listings for all the new stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit, that means I need to get on it and really get all those done. In order to launch the new stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I got notice on Sunday, so 2 days ago, that our other 2 containers of compressors and air hubs cleared customs on Sunday.
Okay.
So we were thinking those would be early, middle next week arriving.
Oh, sure.
Which those got held up in customs for almost a month. And turns out
Amazon problems.
Yeah, right. It turns out all the compressors and air hubs showed up today, this morning, a week ahead of the updated schedule, but still 3 weeks behind the original schedule.
So the new stuff is going to show up maybe next week.
Because that's the stuff we got. We got notice that it cleared last week. So I don't know if our forwarder and our broker that helps us do all the customs paperwork got those 2 containers, those 2 shipments mixed up.
That's my guess.
That'd be my guess. So I'm thinking new stuff will be showing up next week.
Exciting.
So, yeah.
I'm excited for it. I actually got to see it the other day, put it in my hands, feel it, texture. Very nice.
It is very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. It's going to be a really, really nice upgrade to the hoses. We already do lifetime warranties on the hoses, and there was only one issue that was a potential issue for hose kits. It was heat.
Okay.
The polyurethane, the rubberized polyurethane that we were using for our hoses, the inner sleeve of it, I should say, because it's a combination of different layers and materials. The inner sleeve does not handle heat very well.
Okay.
It's a really cool material because it doesn't kink. It doesn't hold memory. It lays flat. It doesn't freeze. It resists UV degradation, unlike rubberized PVC hoses. And so it does a really good job at all the user friendliness. But once you start getting it above 200, 220 degrees Fahrenheit, it just melts.
Right.
And that's when you get hose failures. And engine mounted twin ARBs, and especially the new brushless twin ARBs. They run hot. They'll output upwards of 250 to 260 degree temperatures.
Wow.
On their output.
That's crazy.
So that has plagued us kind of forever. And our longtime fix for it was doing a polyethylene and polyurethane hose.
Yeah.
Which is a much stiffer hose. It holds memory. It doesn't really kink because it's a stiffer material, so you just can't kink.
Okay, yeah.
And then it was nylon braided reinforced so that you get the higher burst ratings, but it resisted upwards of 300 to 320 degree temperatures. So that when we told everybody with a engine mounted twin ARB in general, just run that as an extension hose, and that'll help dissipate heat before it gets to our hoses.
Got it.
So heat was our number one issue. We've solved it.
Woo! Yeah. Exciting.
And made a much better hose in the process.
Right.
So I'll give you guys all the juicy details, but that is kind of the next iteration for Morphlate, is literally making as indestructible of a product as we can make.
Yes.
So, and that's going to start with the hose kits here.
There you go. Yeah. All right. And we'll hear more about that in a week or so.
Roughly a week once we get them in and we start we have all the product pages up, and we're looking at launching. We'll probably be able to talk about it here on the podcast just before goes out to launching, we can start the marketing campaigns for it. So.
Yeah. And I believe in November, that's going to be the giveaway too. The new item.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of stuff happening on the Morphlate line, but also a really big thank you again for doing the really large giveaway at 900 reviews, which is going to be fun to talk about everything that's going on then as well.
Oh, also really exciting. I don't know if people out there are going to really appreciate this too much, but I'm really excited about it because this is something I've been working on for a very long time.
I have no idea what you're talking about. So let's see. What is it?
I have been approved for a patent.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it's just a design patent. It's not the technology patent, but the air hubs, the Morphlate air hubs, have just been approved for their patents.
Hold on.
So
I got one for you. Nope, not that one.
Thank you.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah. So we have a series and string of patents that we've submitted.
Sure.
And the first one that we really submitted was on the Air Hub because I was at that time we were getting ready to launch the Air Hub.
Yeah.
That I was learning about intellectual property and the whole big world of intellectual property. So the Air Hub was the first one we submitted. And we just got word last week that it's been approved.
Sweet.
We just need to pay our processing fees and it'll be issued.
Nice.
So
congratulations.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Super freaking rad to be able to accomplish that, I guess.
Right.
So
that's rad. Yeah. All right. Well, any other updates?
I think that's it for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so too.
And then we'll take a quick break and then we'll be right back with what Jimmy and I have been up to over the past week since last time we talked to you guys. BRB. Hey guys, I love going out wheeling and I love playing in the outdoors, and one of the main tools I rely on for all of the activities is onX Off-Road. onX keeps me in the know, it keeps me on the trails, and it keeps me from getting lost so that I can make it back home to my family and friends. There's tons of tools and data available for outdoor activities on the app that helps you plan your next trip, and it helps keep the adventures rolling. Start your free trial over at onxmaps.com. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to today's show. This is kind of the what we've been up to. I don't know. I wasn't up to a whole lot. I guess I went to Prairie City. That was kind of fun. Again.
Yeah, I was like,
2 weekends in a row.
So Metal Cloak Skills Day, you were out there? Cool.
Metal Cloak Skills Day, which is always a good time. They do such a good job with that event. And then I figured out what was wrong with my sway bar.
Oh,
so
okay.
That's kind of my updates. What do you got going on?
I've got a few things that I've been doing. Shall I just start and get into them?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Let's see. I think the first one is I finished Bobcat. So I put Bobcat back together. Mm-hmm. Nothing really, I mean, you know, I had the bolts out and so I just needed to, I guess I'll back up just a little bit. So Husman and I redid the power steering and in plans to go to Barrett Lake a week ago today.
Which got closed and it's closed for the season.
Got closed and sounds like it's closed for the season, not going to reopen.
Yeah.
They're worried about water and tires, and it's understandable, but sad because we didn't get to make it this year.
Nope.
So we did the power steering, and that was all we had time for that day. And then another day I went and back and I pulled the broken studs out of the third member that were on in the rear axle. And then that's all I did. I just removed those. And then I don't remember when it was, Thursday, Friday or something like that. I put the new studs in. I cleaned up the differential a little bit, dropped that in. And then put the axle shafts on and then put the rear disc brake kit back on and put it all back together. Pulled it out of and zip tied the grill on because that's how Bobcat's grill goes on. I did funny, small, pathetic thing. Maybe not pathetic, but just silly. I bought a few different sizes of yellow zip ties.
Okay.
Just because Bobcat's sort of color is yellow. Like I have the yellow seat belts. I have a few other kind of yellow things. And so I bought specific yellow zip ties that I'm now only carrying on Bobcat, and I took all the other zip ties out. So if I ever if you're getting a zip tie from me when I'm in Bobcat, it's going to be yellow. Nice. That's all I have. Okay. But I think it's kind of funny. I'll have random yellow zip ties all over the place whenever I use a zip tie. So that's kind of funny. So I zip tied Bobcat's grill on. I put the axle back together, pumped the brakes to make sure everything was working right. It was. I never undid the brakes like lines. I just took them off the rotors. And then, pulled Bobcat out and everything was working good.
Nice.
Drove Bobcat down the road because I was invited to go see one of the mini assistants' old elementary school friends was playing soccer down the road from us. And so on Saturday, I drove Bobcat just 5 minutes down the road to just get stretch the wheels or legs a little bit and just see how things were working. And everything was working great. So no leaking.
No lock up on the steering?
Not on that drive.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't really, it happened on the road, but it didn't really happen that much on the road because you weren't, I don't know. No lockup happened, at least on 2 5-minute drives.
Yeah.
So that's a bonus. The steering felt great. The rear axle is fine. It's back together, but I am leaking still from both differentials. So I'm like, it's inevitable. I can't stop it.
So are you leaking from the weld underneath it, or are you leaking from the third member flange?
I think I'm leaking from the third member flange and my crush sleeve on the rear axle.
From the pinion?
No, sorry, the overflow bolt, the fill bolt, that area.
Okay,
I think that's leaking through that crush washer.
The crush washer on that. Okay.
On that. And then so the fill area is leaking, and then the flange at the bottom is leaking.
Okay.
So I might need to go back and just see if I can tighten it more.
Go get lube blockers.
I have a lube blocker on there.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm kind of like, it was really dirty. So it just I might not have cleaned it enough.
Okay.
And but I believe I have lube blockers on both sides.
Okay.
And I think the front is leaking from the flange as well. So I haven't investigated the front. I just saw a puddle underneath. So I just need to figure that out. But I'm also, it's not leaking that bad, and it means there's fluid in there. So
that's fair.
Yeah. But I do want to make it right eventually. So that's just another thing to do another day. But Bobcat's up and running and operational. So excited for that. Drove it around a little bit, and she's parked in front of the shop right now. So that was cool.
No starter issues?
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, no. And I haven't done anything.
Yeah, you're waiting for it to happen so you can swap out that solenoid, right?
So the relay.
Yeah,
and it hasn't happened since.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, let's see. I went and got some parts for Clifford.
Oh?
So Clifford's,
what kind of parts?
Clifford's
the fuel tank stuff, or
buckle broke.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the driver's side buckle for the driver's seat broke. Like it just the button wouldn't stay open.
It doesn't latch anymore.
It wasn't latching anymore. You'd stick you clasp it together and it just fall instantly apart.
You stick it in and it just falls right out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I stole the passenger seat one and I put it onto the driver's seat so that I could still use the truck. But then sometimes I've had Tyler jump in there. I was like, oh shit,
we go to lunch and I'm like, I'm going to hold my seatbelt down so I'm going to get a ticket.
Yeah. Like I don't have a seatbelt for you.
Don't kill me today, Jimmy.
Yeah. I'll drive safe. So I found one on Facebook Marketplace. I was doing a bunch of research because I was like, I need to get this fixed. I need to be able to have multiple seats. I had the mini assistant right in there the other day. And I was like, oh, shoot, sorry, you got to ride in the back. Mm-hmm. She's like, I don't want to ride in the back. She's old enough now to ride in the front. Yeah. And so I was like, I don't have a seatbelt for you in the front. So I was like, I got to solve this. So I was looking at a place called Seatbelt Planet, which was a different place than I originally got Bobcat seatbelts done at. Mm-hmm. I got those done at Seatbelt Restore. But Seatbelt Restore didn't rebuild the buckles, but Seatbelt Planet would. Okay. And so I was considering.
They just did the retractor and a new belt.
For Bobcat, that's all I did. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Seatbelt. Well, but it's the old style buckle that Seatbelt Planet wouldn't restore. They would restore other ones. Oh, other kinds.
Okay. It's just not that particular.
That particular type of buckle. I think because it's not I tried to look at it. I couldn't find a way to open it up without almost destroying the thing.
Okay.
It's not one screw holds the whole thing together. It's not the case. Cause I really do think that only a spring on the inside broke. Yeah. And that's really it. But I can't open it up to figure it out. Yeah. Maybe I'll do it since I have another one now. Yeah. So I was looking at Seatbelt Planet, and you can order free samples of webbing from them, which is pretty cool. So I ordered I tried to match the red color of Clifford.
Okay.
I tried to match the gray color that the current interior is. And then I tried to be like, okay, well, what's an opposite color? Something that might possibly stand out. I ordered a green and I ordered an orange and I ordered like a teal blue color.
Okay.
I didn't like any of the off colors.
Okay.
And then, and none of the grays were like a perfect match. There was silver and the light gray were close, but I really don't think you would notice either. Like, you're not going to, this gray is ever so slightly off from all the rest of the gray. And then the maroon got pretty close, but I was kind of looking at it and I was like, I don't know if I want just maroon. Like nothing in the interior is maroon. And it might look like I pulled these out of a maroon truck. It's not obviously different or, and so I was leaning towards the light grays, but it was like $350 for these, and it was driver and passenger side seatbelts and buckles.
Okay.
So, I mean, you're getting a lot, but it was around $350. So I was looking on eBay and I found some just old school buckles, the ones I needed. Those were $179 just for a pair driver passenger seat buckles. It's like, man, there's got to be something else out there. So I looked at Facebook Marketplace for a while and eventually I found somebody that was posting the seats.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, I see you're posting these seats. I'm curious. Do you have the buckle?
Yeah.
And he reached back. He's like, I do.
Nice.
I was like, cool. Do you have the seat belt too? Because mine's like fraying. And he's like, yeah, I do. And I was like, okay, great. Like, I'm interested in those. Like, how much? And it was $100. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Not quite half.
Yeah.
But still, better. And I'm only really getting the part that I need. And then I reached out to him again and I was like, do you have a tilt steering wheel column, non-airbag, style? And he's like, yeah, actually, that's what the truck had. I'm like, I'll take that too.
Okay.
So I ended up getting the tilt steering wheel column, driver's side, front seat, buckle, and seatbelt from these guys. And it was funny. I was like, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm out past El Dorado Hills. I'm like, okay, where are you?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm off of like a small road called Latrobe. I'm like, well, that's a big road.
That's a long road.
That's a long road. Yeah. And then he's like, so eventually I was like, well, are you coming out here? I'm like, yeah. And we arranged time and everything. And I was like, I'll give you my address when you start heading this way, which I get. I mean, I do that sometimes.
I don't understand that. Like, what is that? Like,
yeah. Well, he doesn't want to give an address to somebody that's not going to show up. I don't know. Like, you're going to worried about you're going to come by and pick my truck apart without me knowing it. I don't know. Plus, he had a gate code. So it's like, at that point, it's like, I can't get into your house anyway. There's a gate and it had special code. So regardless, he lived off of the dirt road section that goes from more or less from the city of Latrobe to Rancho Marietta.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't go the Marietta way because then you've got like 7 miles of dirt road. I'm like, oh, I know. I've been on that road before. Too muddy for me right now because the rain's just rolled through. And so it was kind of funny. And then I was expecting like an old man, but it was these two younger kids, like younger than us, right? Probably early college years.
Okay.
And he was ripping apart an old Ford 7.3. And we started talking and he's like, and one of his friends had a 3rd Gen 4Runner there. So I was kind of talking to the 3rd Gen 4Runner guy and he's like, you know a lot about Toyotas. And I was like, yeah, I know a bit about Toyotas. I don't know much about the 7.3s. And then they're kind of like, yeah, we're thinking about starting like a YouTube channel about tearing down 7.3s. And I'm like, that's interesting. Here, let me get you some stickers. I run a YouTube channel and a podcast. And they're like, no shit. And so we just started talking and bullshitting about YouTube and podcasting and Instagram and just the whole analytics side of things. And they're just two really cool guys. And so they've already bought merch and they already got a name and all this stuff. And so they ended up giving me a hat. I should have brought it in. It's actually in the truck. I could have showed it off on the video.
Yeah.
But their company's called, I think it's like Built, but it's BILT.
Okay.
Performance. And it looks like, I think they're going to be doing some just 7.3 teardowns and how to fix stuff and how to work on 7.3 parts. And so if there's any 7.3 lovers out there, I know we have a few of you guys out there. Maybe check them out. Built Performance. I'll try to remember to add a link down to the show notes if you guys want to go check them out. I'll link to their IG for you guys. But they were fun. They were really nice guys. So ended up picking up the column and the seat belt and the buckle. And then now I need to put it all together and get it in there. Cause this steering wheel for me is too tall.
Yeah. Okay.
So like, I don't like it when I sit in a vehicle and the top of the steering wheel crests above the hood line.
Okay.
Right. So I think it'll be nice to have that steering wheel down a little bit.
You could put a booster seat in for yourself.
Yeah. So shut up.
The funny part to me is that I don't think you're that short. I think you're an average size male, but I'm just freakishly tall. So it's funny to point out how short you are compared to me.
It's funny that you said this because now you reminded me of something else. So on Thursday, a week ago, the assistant went out with her mom's group. And when she does that and I'm home, and because Thursdays are kind of an odd day for us, it's either every other Thursday, the assistant goes out with her mom's group. One of the Thursdays a month, I go to Bonsai. So there's one Thursday where we're actually all home.
Okay.
But the Thursdays when the assistant goes out with her mom's group and I'm left with the mini assistant, we do a thing called daddy-daughter dinner date.
Okay.
And so I actually take the mini assistant out on a faux date.
Yeah.
But this Thursday we went out on like a legitimate serious date, which so we ended up we went to a friend that used to be, an acquaintance that became a friend that was a bartender at Monk's.
Okay.
Went and got her master's in art and she had her thesis display up at Sac State.
Oh, cool.
And so the assistant was busy with her mom's group and she was legitimately busy this time because she invited somebody to come and talk. And this was that day.
Okay.
And so she couldn't get away because it was like the assistant was running the show kind of at her mom's group. And she's like, I wish I could get away and go see it. So I took the mini assistant and we went downtown into Sacramento and we went to Sac State. So it was kind of her first time on a college campus. And we walked around just a little bit to get to where we needed to go. But then we saw an art show and we saw our friends and there was a few people from Monk's there supporting Kyla and her show. And everybody was freakishly tall there. And the mini assistant turns to me and goes, Daddy, you're short. I'm like, I'm not short. Everybody around me's tall.
Oh, that's amazing.
So I looked up the average male height in the United States, and it is 5'9".
You're 5'9", right?
I'm 5'8".
5'8". Yeah. See, I don't think you're that. Technically, you are short then.
Technically, I'm shorter than average.
But like, I don't see you as a short person. Right. Like,
yeah. I looked up the average height, male height, the average male height in the world, and it's 5'7".
Okay, so you're tall.
I'm tall, compared to all the places that are short. And I'll be honest, like I've been to China and I felt tall in China.
Really?
It was weird. So I know that sensation for about 2 weeks. Of my life. But so that was funny. So the mini assistant called me short. So I had to try to defend myself. But So anyway, so we're downtown. We went to the art show. Then we went to Sellens down there, which is like, it's kind of, how would you describe Sellens? Have you ever been?
I love Sellens.
Yeah. It's
Sellens
kind
is really cool. It has the dinner for two for $25 or 30. I don't know what it's up to now, but
it's sort of a buffet kind of.
It's
like sort of pre-cooked food and it's on display and then you sort of can pick and choose what you want and then they heat it back up, but it's all like extremely
really
top-notch, really good food.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had this weird...
they do great wine pairings.
Oh,
with
really?
all the foods that are out there too. Like
that's right.
When they're setting up the dinner for that week, I think it is. I think it's done weekly.
Yeah.
So your dinner options for the week, they also set up wine pairings with it.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a bunch of different options of wines for the week that go with
They
the
also
meals that they're
have,
serving that week.
if you look on their menu, they have suggestions of wine with the dinner food, which is pretty cool. So I ended up having like butternut squash leek lasagna.
Okay.
Which I wasn't planning to be vegetarian that night, but it was delicious. It was really good. And then the mini assistant had, she had their grilled cheese, but it had all these like super duper fancy grilled cheeses and then some Frenchy fries. And then after that, we went to Rick's Dessert Diner.
Oh yeah.
And so
Rick's is awesome.
Rick's is fun. I liked it more when it was in its old location just because it was more quaint and personal, but their new location, which is more of a diner style, is it's still a fun place. So yeah, so we went to an art show, we went out to dinner at a more fancy restaurant than normal, and we went out to dessert.
Yeah.
So it was like true
that's cool.
date night with the mini assistant. But that you reminded me of that story by calling me short. So
fair.
Yeah. All right, let's see. I think I talked about Clifford, I talked about Bobcat. The only other sort of sad news I have is this last weekend, I went to 2 memorials.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeez.
Brutal. Let's see. So a friend of the family passed away a while ago and and Husman was there. We knew the family. It was childhood friends. Actually, it was really good childhood friends with Husman. And then Husman introduced me to them and the mom passed away in that family young. I think she was 65. Yeah. And so went to that memorial on Saturday.
Okay.
And then the assistant's aunt passed away not too long ago, and we went to that memorial on Sunday. So it was just a sad weekend kind of overall. With the exception of recording on Saturday, which was a lot of fun. We got the assistant and secretary and us together and recorded episode 650 for you guys.
Yeah.
Which will come out on Monday. So get ready for that.
Monday.
That's pretty much all I have to report, except Husman and I have talked about trying to arrange some times to work on Samantha, and I think he's coming over today to do some work. So we'll figure out what happens with Samantha here soon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah, I had a pretty laid back weekend, I guess. The Mule is getting worked on. The rear swing out is coming together. I have images. I'll show you later.
Nice.
I'm pretty excited about how it's all going. We're trying to figure out the best way to create the hinge.
Okay.
For the case, right? For the case to hinge off of the carrier.
I was curious how that all would work out.
Yeah, he sent me a couple of ideas, and I'm like, that's not going to work that way because you can't. He was going to attach it to the lid, and I'm like, you can't attach it to the lid because you pull it down. You need something to, I guess. You'd pull it down, and then the bottom would be held by the side straps, and then the top would hinge back up.
Yeah. Well, you want to hinge it down so that the top is a table.
Yep.
Right? Because one way would be that you use the actual case's hinge and you just bolt the lid to the swing out and then it opens up right there. Well, right. And then you have limiting straps that go to that. But that's not what you want to do.
No.
Right.
Yeah. We're trying we got to make a bracket.
You want the whole case to hinge down so that you have the top of the case that you could use as a table.
Yep.
Then you want to open the case.
Yep.
And then, yeah. So the only way that I envision doing that for the most part is you've got to make the hinge point pretty much underneath the base of the case. So it's got to come down
kind of an L bracket off of the swing out. Yeah. Which is kind of what I was explaining to him. And the hinge that he is looking at using is a really beefy hinge. It's kind of impressive. But I think it's going to be too big for the case and how you have to build that L bracket. But we'll continue the discussion later today, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know how the swing out necessarily looks, but in theory, you don't need a complete L bracket. You could just do a straight out with a hinge on it, but you still need to brace that because there's going to be a lot of weight on that hinge.
Yep. You need to gusset it for sure. Yeah. So, that's getting worked on. They didn't get to work on it at all last week. They did get the 40s on. As far as I know, they got the electrical looked into and got the blinker circuits working again.
Oh, sweet.
Supposedly. So yeah, I think all that's left now is the swing out. So,
Cool.
That's getting done. Let's see. I also went to the Metacloak Skills Day.
Yeah.
So Morphlate goes and helps educate people. That's kind of an education event for us rather than a sales event. Because it's a bunch of people that have, some of them haven't even put their Jeeps into 4-wheel drive before.
Yeah.
And so they get to go through the process of putting their rig into 4-wheel drive, learning how that works, learning, going up obstacles with and without lockers, going up obstacles in 4 high, 4 low, a street pressure, rock air down pressure. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun, and we're there to help air everybody down. They go through once in 4 high, and then once in 4 low, and then once in 4 low reduced pressure in the tires, right? To see how each of those changes impacts their off-roading, right? So we air everybody down, and then at the end of the day, we work on airing everybody back up with an air up stations kind of stuff. And then we have a booth for people to come around and ask questions about why would you air up and down in the first place? Why do you need tire plug kits? What is the importance of having proper tire pressures in your car? Yeah. So we did all that, and that's always a really good event. I think that's just a really, really good beginner introductory course kind of thing. And then we had a few people that were like, I want more training. And so I was like, go check out Esprit de Four's safety clinic, where they actually have a classroom session one day and then a practice session the next day. They take you through practicing tire placements, backing up, how does your vehicle move around stuff. So much more technical driving stuff and safety stuff.
Right. Yeah, the reversing one was the only one that the assistant failed.
Yeah. Yep. So
did the secretary go through it?
Nope.
She would. Okay. Yeah. Another thing you can suggest is CJ's and Jason's new adventure with the Sierra Nevada Off-Road Academy.
Yep.
Or is that what it's called?
Yep.
I think
Snora. Yep. That's what we did too.
Okay, good.
So we told them, reach out to this academy here. Dude is CJ and Jason. They're awesome guys. They know a lot about off-roading and safety, and they just started this. So they'll do group classes, individual classes, whatever you're looking to do. So it's pretty cool. If you guys are interested in learning more about it, check out Sierra Nevada Off-Road Academy, and tell them we said hi. So
definitely. Yeah, that I was actually talking to CJ with the CJ on the way down.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
nice.
Missed that guy, and we were talking a little bit about it. So that was cool.
Yep. Yeah. So outside of that, I took apart my sway bar in Kermit.
Right. Yeah, because we were moving it up and down and wiggling it, and we found out eventually, we touched the arm of your sway bar. I think it was after lunch last week, and it was loose.
And both of them were fairly loose in terms of. So there's the shoulder that is attached to the sway bar, the splined section, and then the arm comes out. And I have a long arm. And then there's your linkage that goes from the arm down to your axle. And the arm was able to be pushed in and out, from the frame, right? So you could wiggle it in and out of the frame.
That doesn't sound right.
No. And so you couldn't really move it up and down because it was attached to the axle.
Yeah.
Right. But moving it in and out away from the frame, I was like, that seems looser than it should be on a splined shaft. So I went around and wiggled the other side, and the other side was also kind of loose, but not nearly as loose.
Okay.
But the Allen bolt that holds the arm to the shaft, the spline shaft, was all tight. You couldn't tighten them anymore.
Yeah. That's like a cap, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I was like, that seems weird. So I took it all home, and we were able to kind of push and pull the sway bar in the tube.
Yes, I saw that.
And the other arm on the other side would push and pull as well. So I was like, the sway bar is still in one piece.
Yes.
I don't have to worry about pulling the sway bar out.
Correct.
At this point, it's something's going on with the way that the sway bar connects to the axle. So shoulder arm linkage.
Okay.
Somewhere in there is not correct, I think.
Sure.
So I took it all home, and over the weekend. Why isn't
it shoulder arm hand?
I don't know. That's because it doesn't look like a hand. I guess you could make it look like a hand if you want. Yeah. So anyways, took it home and took the shoulder and the arm and the linkage all apart and found out that the passenger side shoulder, which is the splined part to go connect to the shaft,
The
sway bar
for
shaft
the sway bar
itself,
shaft. Yeah.
there was no more splines in it.
Serious?
Yep.
Interesting. So if there's no splines, I mean, and I'm assuming there was splines to start, right?
There was.
Yeah. So if there's no splines on it, then, I mean, why would the splines on the shoulder go away? Was there chunks of metal in the splines of the bar?
No, there was not.
So they're just gone.
They stripped out.
They were stripped away completely. Is that because it was loose?
I'm guessing that there's two bolts that kind of clamp the shoulder to the shaft.
Yes.
And I'm guessing those two bolts got loose at some point, just enough that it allowed the splines to start slipping. And then that just over time
just took them out,
chewed up the splines in the shoulder itself.
Wow.
The splines on the shaft seem just fine.
Well, that's good.
So, I think they're fine. I did order up a new shoulder from TK1 and luckily TK1 is just right here in Lincoln.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
We should have them on the podcast.
Right. I think so too. Apparently they are at the Lincoln airport.
Okay.
In one of the hangars because TK1 is first and foremost an aeronautics, an airplane company.
Oh,
they're not a sway bar company. They machine custom parts for airplanes.
Wow.
Yeah.
And one of them's an off-roader.
I'm guessing one of them's an off-roader, or somebody went to them, was like, I need a billet aluminum part here, a sway bar arm and a linkage. And can you guys make this kind of thing? And they were like, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, exactly.
We do this stuff all the time. And they're now all of a sudden they're known in, especially the Ultra 4 world. A lot of Ultra 4 cars are running their 1.25" sway bars.
Wow.
Which I also found out is the one that I have in Kermit, is the 1.25" one. That's their KOH Ultra 4 car setup.
Wow.
That almost all the Ultra 4 cars are running is that 1.25" 29 spline sway bar setup. So that's the one I have. So I ordered up a new shoulder from them. They had it in stock.
Nice.
Picked it up and have it the next day. And so now I get to go and put it back on and hope that the splines are actually just fine on the sway bar itself.
Did you go up there to grab it or you ordered it? I
ordered it, but I had Ben pick it up, who drives kind of by Lincoln on the way home every day.
Sure. Yeah.
So apparently their little hangar that they're in at the Lincoln airport is just completely filled with CNC machining equipment. Ben was like, it's kind of crazy how packed in it is. You kind of have to walk around things everywhere to figure out where they are in the hangar. And I was like, I want to go visit.
Yeah.
So, TK1, got a new shoulder. It was $70. And we'll take it back home and hopefully everything fits back on. And that was my only problem.
Yeah.
And hopefully I don't need a new sway bar, because if I have to get a new sway bar, then I have to cut that whole sway bar out and redo the whole thing.
Yes. This is at least an easy fix if it works out.
A very easy, very simple fix if this is what fixes it.
Right.
Yeah.
Wild.
Yep. So sway bar, there you go. Update for sway bar. We'll have an update next week on whether that was the issue if it fixed it all.
Yeah.
So
a little PSA out there for everybody. Check your tightening bolts for the sway bars.
When you're doing your nut and bolt checks on your vehicles, sway bar bolts are not an exception to that.
Yes.
So I will be paint penning all the sway bar bolts now. This time. So all my suspension components and steering bolts and everything are all paint penned. So I will be now paint penning all the sway bar bolts too.
Sure. Understand.
Let's see. Other than that, I got a quote. Our neighbor was getting a quote on getting their trees trimmed.
Oh, sure.
And so I was walking out of the house to go somewhere, running errand in the morning, and there was a dude outside with a clipboard looking up at the trees and writing stuff down. And I was like, I looked at the cars that were around, and there was one car that had a tree trimming service logo on it. And I was like, are you quoting them for a tree trim? He goes, yeah, I am. I was like, you want to do me after? He goes, sure. And I was like, okay, cool. I'll hang around then and wait until you're done. So they came over and he quoted me on trimming the 2 trees in the front yard, $750 to do, to trim it the way I asked him about. And I was like, pretty much I just need, everything brought back from the house 3 to 4 feet. And I want this big ass branch that hangs over the cherry tree gone as well. That way the cherry tree gets more sunlight. And he goes, yeah, no problem. He quoted out $750. I'm like,
doesn't sound too bad.
Not too bad.
It's a little high, I think.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can do pretty much everything except that one branch that goes over the cherry tree from on the ground.
Okay.
And I'm like,
well, then you do everything from the ground and have them remove the one branch.
Right. So, but I'm also like, I could also do all that. Like I can climb trees just fine. My problem is I don't have a smaller chainsaw to be safe while climbing a tree in.
Okay.
All my chainsaws are bigger chainsaws.
You have an electric?
I do not.
You need to borrow one?
I was thinking about just going and buying one because I'm like, I went and looked at the price. I was in Home Depot for something else. And I was like, what is DeWalt's 20-volt chainsaw?
Mm-hmm.
Let me go look at it. So they have it's a 12 or 14 are the two options, 12 or 14 inch bar on the 20-volt chainsaw for DeWalt, which is all the batteries I run, the 20-volt max ones. And I'm like, all I need is the 12 inch bar.
Right.
To get up and do the little tree trimming. And I was looking at it and I was like, the tool itself is $200.
Sure.
The tool kit, which is the battery charger and everything, is $280.
That's not bad.
$270. So I'm like, I could get another battery, which I think I would like because whenever I go off-roading, I dedicate 2 to 3 batteries for the off-road gear, which means I end up one battery short in my garage for the tools. I end up having to move a battery around inevitably when I'm working with stuff. So I'm like, having one more battery wouldn't be bad. And $280 is still $450 cheaper than having the tree service do it.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
but your time.
There's my time. My time's worth $480. I think and clean up and everything. And we have the claw coming soon. It's claw season.
Yeah. Okay.
Sacramento does tree yard waste pickup during the fall.
Yeah.
And so you just put a pile out in front of your house, and then I think it's 2 to 3 weeks, they send the claw through for 3 months.
This sounds about right. They did that in Roseville when we used to live there.
Yep. So I'm like, all I would have to do is get it down and then just trim everything up, put it into a pile. I was like, I think that I could trim the tree and buck everything up and get it into a pile in about 3 to 4 hours worth of work.
Okay.
So I was like, 3 to 4 hours of my time plus a tool, I think is still cheaper than them. And so I'm like, I'm going to go do it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get a new tool out of it.
Okay.
Which is, guy math, right?
Sure.
If a new tool is cheaper than the job itself, you're making money.
Right.
Because then you can use that tool for future jobs. And yeah, so you're making money by buying a new tool. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And the claw comes around next week. So this weekend is going to be tree trimming weekend. Nice. And should be able to get all that done and wrap it up. And if I end up dying or breaking a leg, then everybody can say, I told you so. You should have just got the tree trimming service.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had 4 burn piles on our property.
Wow.
Yeah. Just 2 burn piles from just the season. We kind of have a allowed burn season here. Yeah. And then during summer, we're not allowed to burn just because everything's dry. So from pretty much early or mid-spring, throughout until the last week or so, we weren't allowed to burn, but we still had to maintain our yard.
Yeah.
And so we had these 2 burn piles for quite a while. And then my parents wanted a good chunk of a tree cut out.
Okay.
And so then we got a 3rd burn pile they had they had an oak tree dropped.
Oh, okay.
Literally. And so they had a 3rd burn pile added to that. And then I had a mulberry branch cut out of one of our mulberry trees because we've been letting this one tree go. and it just got so leggy that the branch broke, and it just broke and bent a lot of the tree down and wasn't looking good. So we had that taken out. So that was the 4th burn pile.
Okay.
And so this last Sunday, we did all the burn piles. But before we did the burn piles, I went through burn pile number 4 and burn pile number 3 and used I think it's a 12-inch bar, Ryobi 40 volt battery, and took out anything that was like a few inches in diameter. Anything that was, I couldn't cut with loppers, I kept. And kept it for the season of burning and heat. And I took so much wood out of these burn piles. It was crazy. I probably got, maybe a quarter cord of wood.
Jeez.
Yeah. And then, we burnt everything else over the weekend, and we made pocket stew, which is, some people call it like hobo stew or something like that, where you take aluminum foil and you throw in like carrots and potatoes and hot dogs and sausage
and then put it on the burn pile.
And then you just stick it in the coals in the burn pile for a little while and pull it back out. Make sure to put lots of butter in there, or else you get burned stuff. But yeah, it's always tasty.
Nice.
And did all the burn piles. But I climbed up into our fig tree because it had this huge branch that was dead. And I felt like an arborist. I felt so cool. Just climbed way up into this tree and out onto this branch, and, one-handing it with this electric chainsaw and cut off this branch. And I cut off too much. I cut off a bunch of live branches. And I was like, it looks all dead from there out. Wow. Boop. Cut it off. Oh, shoot.
Oh, no, those are definitely part of that one.
Those were still alive. But yeah, it's all good. It'll fill back in. But it was kind of fun to do that.
Nice. I will say, as much grief as I give electric chainsaws, they definitely do have their place.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of good use for electric chainsaws, like tree trimming and short duty stuff around your yard. They're awesome, but that's what battery tools are great at. So yeah,
it worked great. I was very happy with it. I mean, it's torquey and it works well.
Especially with the 40 volt. I'm curious to see what the 20 volt does.
Sure.
The DeWalt.
Yeah. I I changed the battery once.
Okay.
And I have 2 batteries. So I was able to,
How long were you working then with it?
I don't know, a few hours.
Okay.
It was quite a while, but we also, I worked in the morning and then we had the memorial to go to. So then I stopped and charged the other battery, or swapped batteries, and then came back and worked some more, and was working on the burn pile at the same time. Right. So I wasn't continuously working on it. So I'd say maybe 2 to 3 hours I was going, and went through one battery and into the next one, halfway through the other one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's cool. Sounds good. That's our weekend. Kind of what we were up to. Updates for Bobcat, updates for the Mule, updates for Kermit. I still need to sit down and call Willwood to diagnose the parking brake control unit, the ECU for the Willwood parking brakes. I think I'm going to try and do that this week. Maybe we'll see if I get time with having to build all the product stuff for the new stuff from Morphlate. But yeah, that's still on the to-do list. I haven't bought any radios yet.
Okay.
So that's going to probably be waiting a while, unfortunately.
Sure. Understood.
Yep.
Nice.
That's it, man.
Cool. Well, if you want to get a hold of us and DM us anytime, I'm over at Snail Trail 4x4 on Instagram. Tyler's at 4x4 Toyota Tyler. You can email us, Jimmy or Tyler, at snailtrail4x4.com. And every time I say that, I just hope somebody's not literally writing Jimmy or Tyler at Snail Trail.
Right.
It's Jimmy at snailtrail4x4.com, Tyler at snailtrail4x4.com. I just don't want to say it all, even though I just did. If you want to call in and be a part of our snail mail episodes on Fridays, you always can do that. 916-345-4744.
I like it a lot. Jimmy, do you have any final words to wrap this up with?
Yeah, I went over to Vanquish last week. Said hi to our friends over there. And one of the guys there, Josh, he has a new 3D scanner, and we tested the 3D scanner out on a tailgate, and it worked fantastic. So Jimmy here might be getting into 3D scanning tailgates.
Nice. That'll be really cool. Get to see some cool stuff from SnailArmor soon. And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Uh-huh.
What kind of bread?
Pumpernickel. No?
No.
Okay, sorry.
What kind of bread do zombies use?
Use or eat?
Yeah, I know. That's kind of weird how they state it. What kind of bread is zombies' favorite to eat? That's how I would kind of rephrase this.
So zombies' favorite bread to eat. What do zombies like to eat? They like to eat brains. Is there a brain bread? Head bread?
It's
cabeza bread?
Cabeza bread.
What?
Yeah, cabeza tacos.
What else do zombies like to eat? Maggots? No, they just have maggots.
Brain is, you're on the right track.
Head bread. Head.
Well, no, kind of.
Head brain.
You want me to relieve your pain?
Yes, please. My head's hurting.
It's just whole brain.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
Whole brain bread?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why didn't the skeleton go to the dance?
Because he didn't have the guts to?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yep. Why didn't the ghost go to the dance?
Because I don't know why.
He had no body to go with.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We'll do one more Halloween one here.
Plus, if there's any ghosts out there that need somebody to go to a dance with, I'll go with you. I'll be your body. Just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So who did the ghost actually take to the dance?
Me.
His ghoul friend.
Ghoul friend.
Ghoul friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to say.